In this video, I'm going to give you some tips for picking the right domain name for your website. So the first thing is make it easy. Make it easy to type, make it easy to remember, and make it easy to explain. If you have to explain to someone your website more than 3 or 4 times, you really might want to consider getting a different domain name. Make it as easy as possible for people to find you online. Also, you want to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. The longer it is, the more chance that they're going to type it in wrong, there's going to be error, or they're going to forget it or not be able to remember it, things like that. So keep it as short as possible. And also use keywords if possible. If you're a lawn cutting specialist, then try to use, prolawn.com or, work that in there because that will help with SEO, with search engine optimization, grabbing people's attention, letting them know immediately exactly what it is that you do. And also, if you're a local business, target local. If you're a mom and pop restaurant or if you're a local business that's specific to an area, use it. If, let's say, you're a mom and pop barbecue, well, try to use mom and pop barbecue memphis.com. And so that targets to Memphis, Tennessee or Vancouver. Let's say you're web design in Vancouver, so prowebdesignvancouver.com. Again, try not to get too long with it, but if you just can't get what you're looking for, try tagging in the local, and that'll give you kind of a keyword and kind of help you along with getting that there. And this is especially helpful for acronyms like CLT Memphis. So there's many different ways that you can use this. And 2 big things you want to avoid is numbers and hyphens. If you've got www.123-abc.com, it's not going to be exactly easy for people to remember that and explain that, especially if the longer it is, this insurance company, 123pro-memphis.com. If the longer it is, the more if you have hyphens and numbers, it's going to be harder for them to remember. They may say, well, was it 123 spelled out, or was it just the new numbers themselves? Or there's a lot of confusion that can happen there. And so it's really best practice to avoid using that. And before you buy a domain name, definitely do your research. You don't want to buy a domain name and people start looking up your domain name, in Google or your business, try to find you. And when they do look you up, there's either a competitor or someone using it that really kind of puts a negative light on your business. And so you really have to make sure that it's not trademarked or that someone else is using it improperly or in some way that you wouldn't want to be associated with. So definitely research before you buy your domain name. All right, next I'm going to go over choosing the right domain extension. .co is an abbreviation for company, commerce, and community. Also, info is for informational sites. .net is for technical, internet, infrastructure type sites. But again, if you can't use a .com, you just can't find the .com you want, try to go with a .net and try to get the .com later that you want and kind of link them up. But .net is a kind of second solution. If you can't get the .com, go with that. It's kind of more of just a generic one as well. But specifically, it's usually used for technical internet infrastructure type sites. But you can use it for your domain if you can't get the .com. But if at all possible, get the .com. And also .org is for non-commercial organizations and nonprofits. This is churches, local organizations, community things like that are non-commercial, non-profit. Don't use this for your for-profit business. .biz is for business or commercial sites, and this is really common for like e-commerce sites and different things like that. And .me is for blogs, resumes, or personal sites. So I hope this gives you a better idea of kind of how to select the right domain name for your website.